Hello folks. In this video, we are gonna put the data quality framework at work. So what we're gonna do is in the workshop folder, we have there is a script which has been provided, workshop script, and this script can be used together with the sample data. So if you have seen the previous videos, we have installed the data quality framework, and we have also installed the sample data. We have loaded the sample data. So now we're going to use this script and put the data quality framework in at work. So before going into this, just a small concept. Um, uh, so what is all about? What are we doing in this? Data quality framework sits on top of the data validation framework. So basically, and validation is nothing but it's a practice to check the accuracy, integrity of and the structure of the data of any business data. And we do that together with all these tables, which is nothing but the tables which we have in data quality framework. And these checks are grouped together, which becomes the dimensions, data quality dimensions. These checks falls under one of these dimensions. There could be more, which could be added, but these are the mostly top 8 mostly reported data quality dimensions. Completeness check, qualitative, referential integrity, accuracy, domain range, uniqueness, timeliness, and consistency. So we could probably add more. It's custom, and yeah, you can elaborate based on your business needs. Going back, if you have that concept in mind, going back to how the data quality is set up, you have the entity relationship diagram. In this diagram, you see that the very important, you start from the business rule. So on what business we're gonna include the rules. It could be any of your projects which sends out data sets. And so you come to this table and you define the domain. Once you have done that, under that domain, you add the rules. So, and each rule will fall under a certain type, and that is your dimension. And it has also got a script. So it will run dynamically when we call this. The script will run dynamically on the data catalog, and it will give you the results. Basically, that's the idea behind this. So you have the domain. Under each domain, you have the rules. And once you have set up this, there are many different ways to load this, which we're going to talk about it a little later. So once you have these two, then basically you have set up your data quality framework for your organization. The next step would be, based on the requirement, you could create parameters if it is needed. Every month, if you want to run, then you could set up some generic parameters here so that the script automatically looks into the generic parameters, and it can run every month periodically, so without any human interventions. So when you run, basically what happens is creates an instance, it opens the instance, it picks up all the business rules which need to run. It picks up all the rules under the business which it has to run. It all happens under an instance. For each rule, there will be a log which will be written in this, and it will also write whether it was successful or it is a failure. And then once it has processed all, it will close the instance. So that's how the log is built in. When it processes, at that time, it will write the result in the result table. And you will see here the total records scanned and the total records which failed or passed based on your script which you have made here. So that will be recorded here. During while running, you can also set up a parameter where you'd say, okay, I need for the failed data quality rules, I need to pick up some samples, for instance, 100 records to see why it got failed and what kind of records it is. That will be loaded into this table. It is an XML. So for each, yeah, it's a sort of XML where you can see, yeah, how many failed records. So that's basically the whole concept here.